My name's Jim Fogarty and I'm the project designer for the Essence of Australia show garden at this year's RHS Hampton Court Palace Flower Show. Well, the inspiration for the show garden is to tell the story of Victoria and the city of Melbourne, the modern architecture of Melbourne, the cosmopolitan city living, but going beyond that to the outback, to the Northern Territory, to experience the flora and fauna and the diversity of Australia's geography. Well, see, Melbourne and Victoria, of course, are a garden lover's paradise. You know, you've got over 30 botanic gardens in Victoria alone. You've got 36 national parks. You go to the Royal Botanic Gardens Melbourne in South Yarra. You then go to the Australian Garden down at Cranbourne. There's just so many beautiful destinations for any garden lover or anyone who appreciates nature. I was trying to sort of meld all these sort of ideas and visual aspects of Victoria, you know, into that garden as well. So drawing inspiration from the Northern Territory, I was looking at things like Uluru and the McDonald Ranges and just the outback, the red sands, you know, the shapes of the rock formations, the vivid wildflower colours. But then of course in the Northern Territory you've got the tropical aspect, you know, up around Darwin, Kakadu and all those beautiful destinations for garden lovers up there. So some of the design challenges, I guess, with designing a garden overseas is trying to let people engage with a garden being Australian. You know, you want to use materials that identify as being Australian, even just in their look or appearance. You know, we want people to identify visually. We want them to be able to taste, smell, touch, experience, and visually to explore that essence of Australia. Thinking about how we're going to build it, you know, how we're going to source the materials to make it look Australian. We're trying to reduce our environmental impact, so we're not shipping any materials from Australia. So we're locally sourcing and we're using materials that can be reused, recycled to reduce our footprint on the environment. Being a garden show, obviously the gardens get judged, so there's that pressure of the results, but our prime focus really is telling the story and letting the garden tell that story, letting people engage with the plants to see things that they might not have seen ever before in their lives. But of course then there is the judging process, and you know, when you've got a lot of people behind the scenes working very hard to bring this garden to fruition, all our tourism partners, Tourism Victoria, Tourism Northern Territory, Trailfinders, the Royal Botanic Gardens Melbourne and Qantas of course, who all working together on the same page, and everyone's very excited to see the end result.